Have you ever looked into the eyes of someone you love and felt like you were slowly disappearing? When love turns into confusion, when warmth turns into doubt, when every apology begins with, maybe I'm just overreacting, that's not love. That's gaslighting, one of the most subtle and destructive forms of emotional manipulation. Gaslighting doesn't start with lies. It starts with small corrections. That's not how it happened. You're remembering it wrong. You're too sensitive. At first, those words sound harmless, almost reasonable. But over time, they become tools that rewrite your reality. The word gaslighting comes from a 1938 play called Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she's losing her mind. He dims the gas lamps in their home, and when she notices, he denies it. That's exactly how gaslighting feels, a slow dimming of your world, until you no longer trust what you see, what you feel, or who you are. Gaslighting doesn't begin with cruelty. It begins with charm. They make you feel special, seen, chosen. They listen to your fears, not to comfort you, but to collect data. And later, that data becomes ammunition. They test your boundaries. A lie here, a contradiction there. When you notice, they laugh it off. When you question them, they say, "You're being dramatic." Slowly, your mind becomes a battlefield. Gaslighting thrives in confusion. It's not just lying, it's psychological warfare. They deny what you've seen or heard, even with proof. That never happened. You must be remembering wrong. They downplay your emotions. You're overreacting. You're too emotional. They accuse you of the very things they do. If they lie, they call you dishonest. If they flirt, they call you jealous. They make you doubt your friends and family. They don't like you. They're trying to ruin what we have. They twist facts, change stories, and make you question everything you thought was real. And little by little, you stop trusting your memory. You stop trusting your emotions. You stop trusting yourself. Victims of gaslighting don't become weak. They become uncertain. The constant manipulation plants a seed. Maybe it's my fault. You start apologizing for everything, for being upset, for asking questions, for existing. Your confidence erodes, your light dims, and the gaslighter feeds on that silence. From a psychological view, gaslighting creates something called cognitive dissonance. It's the pain of holding two realities. One part of you knows something is wrong. The other part still believes the person you love would never hurt you. That inner conflict drains you, emotionally, mentally, physically. And as long as you doubt yourself, they remain in control. Why do gaslighters do it? The answer is power, not love. Gaslighters often have narcissistic or antisocial traits. They fear losing control, so they build dominance through confusion. Deep down, many are fragile. They crave admiration but fear vulnerability. By making you small, they feel big. By making you doubt yourself, they feel safe. It's not passion, it's pathology. Every victim of gaslighting reaches a breaking point. Sometimes it's sudden. A lie that's too obvious. A sentence that finally doesn't make sense. Other times, it's quiet. One morning, you wake up and you don't recognize the person in the mirror. You've become a version of yourself built from someone else's lies, and then something inside you snaps. Not in anger, but in clarity. Escaping gaslighting isn't like walking away from a fight. It's like escaping a cult of one. You'll doubt yourself. You'll want to go back, because even pain can feel familiar. But slowly, reality returns. A friend's voice makes sense again. Music feels warm again. You start to see the pattern for what it was. Not love, but control. And in that moment, the power begins to shift. Healing from gaslighting takes time. You must rebuild trust, not with others, but with yourself. You start to believe your feelings again. You stop apologizing for existing. You relearn your boundaries, your worth, your truth. And one day when someone tries to twist your words or your mind, you'll see it instantly. And you'll smile, because you know who you are now. Gaslighting doesn't destroy strong people. It creates stronger ones. Because once you've walked through psychological darkness, you recognize manipulation in its purest form, and you never fall for it again. Love does not require you to shrink. Real love does not twist your truth. If someone makes you question your reality, they're not your soulmate. They're your warning. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You were manipulated by someone who feared your strength. But you're awake now, and that's where healing begins. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of you.